welcome back to my channel. Whew. Okay, I know I've been missing in action for a few weeks, even though I said I was going to be consistent again. But life really just took a different turn from what I was expecting. And I've been delaying this video specifically because I knew it was something I had to do. I couldn't ignore it. I couldn't ignore the situation. I couldn't but at the same time I've never wanted to create content that directly speaks to an issue. I'm always subvert in how I do my things, and I've always tried to separate the message I'm trying to portray from who I portray myself as. But with the current global climate, that's just not possible. One, because I am black, and two, because I am a woman. Those are two characteristics I don't get to remove from my life. But also the fact, and I know this sounds stupid because you're going to be like, duh, but the fact that I'm a black woman, I'm privileged to not have it as bad as other black bodies, such as trans bodies. Do you get what I mean? I think black trans women are the worst treated category of humanity on this planet. And so, yes, I've been trying to find the gut to film this video, to speak up about it. And it's been hard, it has, but I know that it's something I have to do, one, for myself, and two, because I think I realized in the past few weeks of life is that as much as I might not have the biggest reach, I have a quantifiable reach. And it is important to get word out there and to educate people and to speak with people. But because of lockdown, we can't necessarily go out and meet people. So my Instagram, my Twitter, and my YouTube is the best way I know how to do it. So firstly, we're going to start off with the Black Lives Matter movement. This movement has been draining. I don't know how many non-black people watch this. I'm not even going to say people of color. Non-black people. Because as a person of color, if you're not black, there's still an element of privilege that you have above us. So if you are non-black and you're watching this video, I just want you to hear me out, hey? I'm not fighting you. I'm not saying you don't have problems. I'm not saying my problems are more significant or traumatic than yours. I'm just saying for this moment in time and this moment in life, I need you to hear me out and to put the focus here. Black Lives Matter has been a traumatic movement to experience online. I have not even been involved in a single physical protest where I've had to worry about being shot, or where I've had to worry about losing my life or about being arrested. But the mental effect that movement and watching that movement has had on me as a black person is tremendous. I cannot even begin to fathom what someone or what a black person living in America right now must be going through, what they have been going through. I cannot even begin to fathom what it's like deciding to risk your life to fight for the rights of other black people. When I say risk your life, I don't mean because you're posing a threat to anyone or because there's any real threat, but because there is a group of people who have dedicated their lives to making sure that yours is hell. I cannot fathom what it feels like to physically have to psych myself up to go into a protest and say, you know what, Cheech, namhlanje, you might just not come back home. Oxalayo, this might be it. I cannot fathom what it must be like to be living through a deadly global pandemic. And the biggest risk to your life is another human being of a different race deciding that you're a parasite. Guys, this thing, it hurts, hey? Because I can't remove myself from being black. That could have been me on the other side of the world. That could have been someone I knew on the other side of the world. That could have been my kid if I had ever moved to America, if I was born a few years earlier, whatever. Right. I cannot remove myself from the situation. On top of that, Black lives being the lowest form is not a foreign concept to the country that we live in. It really is not. I watched a video earlier this week by Guguletu Nyansumba. And her and her friend were basically like, fuck the police. And, you know, I grappled with this statement for a bit. And I don't know why. I don't know what made me grapple, but I grappled with it until I honestly sat there and I was like, what are we defending these people for? I'm not saying all police are fucked up. I'm not saying they're all bad. When we need to trim this thing off when people get called out, you say not all. I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me not all. Because we're not focusing on the people that are good and that are doing well, because it's not enough. It's not enough. So I grappled with the statement, fuck the police. And I was like, no, actually, Futek, I'm tired. I'm tired of, even in my own country, where my own police officers are majority black people. I'm tired of not being able to go and report sexual harassment or assault because they're not going to believe me. I'm tired of being scared to walk past a cop car because they themselves sexually harass me. I'm tired of going into police stations and things not being taken seriously. I'm tired of police in this country being part of inside jobs of home robberies. I'm tired of people not feeling safe when they live right next to a fucking police station. Because, Tololo. There have been so many instances in my own life where the police could have done everything and did nothing. And the reason that this is important and why I'm making it a point of this video is because I live a life of privilege. I've had to acknowledge it. I cannot run away from it. I am part of the 1% of black people in this country that is living a decent life. More than decent for sure, but by standard terms of human rights and what we should all be living, only 1% of my people has access to that. Right? In living that life of privilege, in growing up in Sandton, in having been in private schools my entire life, I've been sexually harassed by police. When Uber wars were going on and I went into a police station to report it, they told me to just sit on the side and wait. They didn't even let me open a case. I've had family members, in fact, that have been stopped and harassed by police. The police have stolen from them. Tell me, where do you go to report theft when the theft is from people who are supposed to protect you? I have so many situations in my head, in my mind, whereby I honestly, I would never call the cops first. I wouldn't. That would be my last resort. That is a problem, guys. Besides that, we then move on to the fact that I have more melanin in my skin supposedly gives other people a right to demonize me. My melanin is weaponry to you. It's okay for white people to do blackface. It's okay for people of color to go and tan until they look as dark as black. That's not threatening. But when I naturally have those attributes, I'm a fucking threat to your life. Ganjan. I'm so angry. I am an angry black woman. And I don't care if this continues to perpetuate this stigma. The black women are angry because we are, guys. How could we not be? How could you not be angry at this situation? You know, also, a few weeks ago, 1 or 2 weeks ago, I tweeted something about the school that I went to and the people that I went to. And when I tweeted that tweet, I was very conscious of what I was saying. And then someone hit me up with a long paragraph of them basically defending their friends. And I really wasn't having it because I was like, surely as a person of color, you can understand, not as a black woman, you can understand that I'm tired of having to navigate carefully around expressing my opinion because of I don't want to offend Mang Mang and whoever. And because, no, right? And after talking for a bit, whether she eventually saw where I was coming from or not, I could say, I don't know, I don't mind, I don't care. But what triggered me is the fact that only after that tweet had happened and that conversation had happened did the people then start publicly being loud with their support with black people. Which is great. I'm happy they made progress. But Black Lives Matter did not start this year. This movement has been happening for years. These people have been silent. You know, when I say every single issue, they're ready to fight for the environment, they're ready to fight for animals, they're ready to fight for cancer patients, they're ready to donate hair, donate blood. But when it comes to standing with your black counterparts and saying your lives matter as much as mine does, Zui. When it comes to calling out cultural appropriation, Zui. They were never to be found. When they themselves cultural appropriated and were called out, yo, the whole grade would be hearing about how rude and uncanny the people of color are for being upset and calling out because you're a human being and you're allowed to express yourself and whatever. Man, fuck off. TBH, I'm tired. I can tell you now, and this is gonna trigger some people, I actually think I have 3 white friends at this current moment. Because really, it can't be my job to educate you about my life matters. It can't be my job to try and get you to speak out. The people that are still my friends, I promise you, are people who spoke out on their own. People who checked up on me. People who have always treated me like I'm equal. People who have made an effort throughout knowing me to understand and respect my culture. That, guys, that's not something that I can congratulate you for. It's not something I can be proud of you for. It's not something I can appreciate. It's human decency. It is. It is the bare minimum. It is really the bare minimum. And so I'm just perplexed and dumbfounded at the amount of tomfoolery that is going on social media right now with Abelungu and other people of color, where they are posting, guys. Oh, social media has been packed. It's been draining. Posting, retweeting, alles. They're even donating money there on those petitions. They're signing petitions, and it's great. I'm not taking away from it. I'm not. But when it comes to actually interacting with a black person face to face, they won't advocate for your rights. They won't stand up for you. They won't be there respecting you. They're not there. They're not. And it's just been a constant thing of like, do I say thank you for you standing up for me? Do I say thank you for being engaged, for informing yourself, for educating yourself? Do I stay on social media and stay informed? Do I glimmer and say, you know what, I need a break? Because I promise you, hey, I feel like I'm just rambling. I'm not even making sense. Because that has genuinely been my life for the past 3 weeks. Trying to balance what was already going on with my life, with school, with work, with family life, with then being an advocate and advocating for the lives of those around me has been the hardest thing I've ever had to do. It is draining. My soul feels empty, guys. This isn't a joke to people. This isn't a trend. This isn't 3 weeks of hashtags and trending #1 on Twitter. This isn't any of that. This is life. This snippet that you guys have been exposed to, that's life. There's so much I wish I could educate you guys on. And there's so much that I wish I could speak about. Simple things that we all saw, but that certain people were privileged enough to remove themselves from. But the capacity is not there. What I'm not going to do is speak on white privilege, speak on white fragility, speak on the fact that Black Lives Matter and all of that. I'm not going to do it because it's out there. The resources are there. Read, educate yourself. Be mature enough to understand where you went wrong in the past. Do better. All those things. Angeke, you're reposting on Instagram and doni. So I clearly don't need to be the one to tell you that. What I am here to say to Black people, it's okay to be tired of this fight. It's okay to be exhausted of this fight. It is normal to feel guilty that you're exhausted of fighting this fight. This is not our fight to fight. We cannot dismantle a system that we did not create. We can overcome it mentally. We can be mentally liberal. We can have freedom here. But when there's a gun pointed to your head by the person who created the system, all this freedom that you fight for, it's hard to utilize, is what I'm saying. So it's all right. Police brutality is no, I don't even like using the word foreigner in South Africa anymore because South Africans have made foreigner a very tricky word. It's no foreign concept, however, to the country. Police brutality is basically what our nation is built off of, if you ask me. It's been going on since people discovered that Sata'a was a thing. The minute police was a thing in Sata'a, police brutality started, and it has remained the presidency of this country. Really, it has. But I just want Black people to know that it's okay. Everything they're feeling, everything they're processing, the coping mechanisms, it's okay. Don't feel guilty. To people of color who are non-Black, you know what oppression feels like. You know it's not nah, right? Do better. You know firsthand it's not nice. So just do better. Again, I'm not saying everyone isn't doing the most, but to those of you who aren't, if the shoe fits, wear it, baby. Nothing's stopping you from wearing the shoe. Then to white people, just treat us how you treat yourselves. I think that's the simplest way to put it. If we're striving for equality, if we're striving for equity, it's different. Reforms must come in place and whatnot. But on a personal scale of what you can do, genuinely, just treat us like we're human. It's really not a hard concept to understand. It's not. They're tiny things that are just basic knowledge. If you feel like it's wrong, it's most probably wrong. If you feel uncomfortable about, something that might be borderline racist, it's probably racist. If your ancestors did it to oppress people of color and black people, don't do it. Don't say nigger. There's no need. Aiko need. What are you saying it for? Don't go there and use brown foundation on your face. It's not your color. Even when you are 10, you're not brown. Aski's gay. The melanin is just not popping like that. Aski's. But it's alright. We don't hate you for it. We don't judge you for it. There's a whole group of black people with albinism. We don't hate them for having albinism. At least we shouldn't. Because I don't know why black people hate people with albinism. Again, this thing of self-hate. And I don't know. But you don't see people with albinism going and doing brown foundations everywhere on the face. They accept the color of their skin, accept the color of yours. Because when they have white pigmentation, they're oppressed and bullied and killed. You have white pigmentation, it brings you privilege. So just get comfortable in your own skin. Learn to love it, whatever it is that you need to do that makes you stop treating other people like shit. If this video is offending you and pissing you off and she's attacking me, you're part of the problem. I bet you. I bet you. On to the second part. I am a woman, we can see. Guys, there's a war against women, black women specifically in this country. There has been a war against black women in this country. And if you are a man, specifically a black man, it is likely that you have contributed to this war. Don't run away from it. Don't run away from it. Even if you never physically laid hands on a woman, black boys at private schools, but I won't date kids. She's so loud. She's so ghetto. She's so confrontational. She's so. Yes, I am. And so, it's not because I'm black, I promise you. It's because I was raised by a strong, independent, single mother who taught me to stand up for my rights in a patriarchal world. I promise you it's not because I'm black. Maybe me being black enhances it because every day is a fight for my life and I'm also fucking fighting for yours, black men. Maybe that's why I'm so pissed off half the time. Because I'm fighting for your life, but you're out here tuning me like I'm shit. Ne? My point is, you guys with your snow bunnies, with your sehwa talk, it's all bullshit. It's all an act. We see right through you. Please, there have been so many videos that I don't even feel like I need to go into depth. But don't go start hating on black women. Start telling us our hair's nappy, that's why you relax yours. Or when we come with our froze and whatnot, our hair's nappy. But when you guys come with your high top fades and whatever, you're cool boys, wara wara wara. Guys, I'm so angry. I'm angry at white people. I'm angry at black men. I'm angry at lighter shades of people of color. I'm just pissed off. And I don't even know how to explain it to anyone. But there's a war against women and it's unnecessary. More so black women. What have we done? Besides breathe life, support, motivate, encourage, what have we done? I am a supposed born free child, living in the 21st century in privilege. And still you see me standing behind black men, pushing black men forward in the simplest of ways. You should definitely apply for head boy. Don't let Mang Mang intimidate you. We back you. You should definitely apply for Spirit Master. You should do this. You should do that. Definitely go for that, hun. What? You're beautiful. You're handsome. You're this. Always supporting black men in one way or another. They need help with books. You there. They need supporters at their sports games. You there. They need a wingman at the club. You there. They need a way to get into the club. You there with your tits out. Every single time a black man needs you, you there. But then they're still gonna come with their snow bunny shit talk. There's nothing wrong with having a preference. You, as a black man, are allowed to like white women. You're allowed to like light women. You're allowed to like whoever. But your liking of whatever your preference is shouldn't result in the hate of your own woman, especially darker skinned women. There's no need. You have been fetishized by the world and the white community because you supposedly have big dicks and big muscles and you tall and yana yana. No, that's nice. That's not no. You are a fetish. When they see you, they're not seeing your color, they're seeing the supposed size of your penis. They're seeing the fact that you work hard. They know that you think they're achievements, so you'll work extra hard to keep them. Make it make sense to me. Do black men hate themselves that much that they must project it onto us? They always have excuses. They're always ready to talk shit about why shit's going wrong. Guys, we are tired. To say the least, we are tired. I'm exhausted. To put this into perspective, and I'm not doing this to glamorize my pain, my experiences, people's stories, or what people go through, or to get support. I'm not doing this so you can all go in the comment section and put hearts and you're so strong, babe, and whatnot. As a black woman, almost every time I go out dressed in a way that's not conservative, I'm catcalled. Multiple times I'm groped. Multiple times I'm followed. I go to a club and dance with my friends. I get men taking videos of me. I go to a club in a dress. Men have put their hands up my skirt, up my dress. It's dehumanizing. It's scary. It breaks you. I've had my own friend get me drunk at a party and take advantage of me. I went through high school for 2 years with the same person, grade 11 and matric, where this person literally sexually harassed me. They constantly watched me in class to see if they could see my underwear under my skirt. Guys, it's painful to be a woman and a black woman in this country. I don't know a single woman who hasn't been sexually harassed. I really don't. More than 80% of my friendship circle in terms of women have been sexually assaulted. This isn't normal, guys. This stuff hurts. It breaks your soul every day. And just because we come to school and we smile, or we go to uni and we smile, or we go to work and we smile and we interact with you and we keep encouraging you to do better, doesn't mean we aren't broken. But none of you were willing to fight for us, so we've been fighting for ourselves, and we're now tired. I don't know what's going on in this country, specifically. I don't know if this is the result of apartheid, if this is self-hate that men have that they're projecting. I don't know what it is. But we cannot keep killing our own over this shit. Literally in the past 5 days, the account Keep the Energy has they've posted more than 20 posts about women that have been killed. And not just killed, they've been raped and killed, or sodomized and killed, or abused and killed. Guys, when does it stop? I don't know how to plead enough, or how to make you guys see the severity of this situation as much as you need to see it. But in my personal capacity, if you know me and if you love me and if you care for me the way you do and you enjoy coming here and watching videos about boys playing me or get ready with me or whatever, just please do better. Especially if you're a gent. Just please do better. Just fight for us like we fight for you. In fact, humanity, everyone, just fight for black people, black women, black queer bodies, black trans bodies. Just fight for us as much as we fight for you. Like, our rights are your rights. Our humanity is your humanity. We're not less than. And by no means do we think we're more than. But like we can't keep going on like this. I'm asking you to please just help us to do better. Like we can't applaud you for this. We're still too busy fighting for our own lives and for our own right to live. So really we couldn't be asked to applaud you. But just do better too. Like I'm asking. I'm begging. Just do better. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. I think you can see it's very emotionally impacting. I don't even know if this video made sense. But the point was just to get to as many people as possible, to ask you guys to do better, to get you guys to see that like this shit that's happening isn't normal, and it does affect every single person that falls into a subcategory of a group of people being oppressed. No matter how privileged or sheltered you are, one way or another, this shit will affect you. So just bluzz up.